on Good Morning Northwest. We could be in for a nasty wildfire season, and in the heat of summer, you could lose power because of it. Why Vista is prepared to cut electricity.
Less wind today, warmer today, more sunshine? Oh, maybe not. But I've got a great weekend in line. I'm going to have the details coming up.
Some explosive and at times salacious testimony in Donald Trump's hush money trial. What Stormy Daniels said in court and what the jury will consider. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, May 8th, and Mark is here with a look at our forecast, and we are starting to ramp things up.
Yeah, over the weekend and the beginning of this week had temperatures into the 30s, pretty solid. Now today sitting at 41, 43 into Coeur d'Alene. And again, we've got sun and clouds. We're going to see cloud cover today. There's no doubt about that. We're also going to see mild temperatures. They're going to be at average for the first time in a week. North Idaho holding on to the showers at least through today. And then there's a quick warm up with high pressure building in, and we'll see 80s by the weekend. We do see and we'll expect to see a continuation of clear skies into the Central Basin. Cloud cover pushing in maybe as far as Ritzville today. And then that starts to turn around, head south out of our area. And then by tomorrow, things look beautiful. Tomorrow evening, it's going to be great. It's going to be clear skies. And we're going to see that through Friday and into the weekend. Now, waking up. Temperatures still on the cool side up into Deer Park, 36, 35 into Cheney. Yesterday, we had wind chills into the low 20s, not so much today. And temperatures really along that I-90 corridor, you're sitting in the low to mid 40s. Our forecast today, we're going to warm up to 65 degrees again. We're going to have more cloud cover coming in a little later on.
Well, we have seen the devastation here in our own communities caused by power lines sparking wildfires.
And that is why Vista is taking preventative measures now to reduce the risk of another destructive wildfire happening in our community. The Gray Fire in Medical Lake sparked from an arcing wire on an inland power light. And the 2020 Babb Road fire in Malden ignited when a diseased tree fell onto an Avista power line. To reduce the risk of wildfire, Avista will implement public safety power shutoffs. So when extreme conditions like high winds and dry weather happen, Avista may shut off your power. The length of a disruption will depend on lots of factors.
We do have to patrol the circuit before we can re-energize, just to make sure that if any vegetation fell on it that we're unaware of, that we can get eyes on it and make sure we can get that removed and make sure it's safe before we restore. So it could be anywhere between several hours and potentially to several days.
Avista says it will communicate with customers before, during, and after any power safety shutoffs.
Developing from the Breaking Now desk this morning, new details in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial. Adult film star Stormy Daniels coming face to face with the former president for the first time since their alleged encounter more than a decade ago. Yesterday, Daniels testified that they met at a celebrity golf outing in California back in 2006 when she was 27 and Trump was 60. She shared he invited her to dinner and to his hotel suite. She also said they talked for hours, and at one point, she went to the bathroom and came out to find Trump on the bed in his boxer shorts and T-shirt. She said she was startled, and despite being interrupted by Trump's lawyer multiple times, testified in graphic detail about having sex with Trump. Trump's lawyer calling for a mistrial, saying Daniels' testimony was, quote, extraordinarily prejudicial, but the judge denied that request.
They don't have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt they had sex. They have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the checks were cut, that it was decided to put it in the book improperly.
Daniels describing the payoff, a $130,000 hush money arrangement to Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, just weeks before the 2016 election. She said the deal was motivated out of fear, not money. On cross-examination, Trump's lawyer painting Daniels as a lying opportunist who hates Trump. Daniels saying this has cost her a lot and that she wants Trump to be held accountable. Daniels' testimony resumes again tomorrow. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. Former President Donald Trump has one less legal concern to deal with now, at least for now. The classified documents trial in Florida is postponed indefinitely. The judge says there are significant issues linked to classified evidence that need to be cleared up before the federal criminal case can be presented to a jury. The trial date was originally set for May. A new date has not yet been scheduled. Trump and two co-defendants are charged with mishandling classified documents and obstructing the Justice Department's investigation.
The Spokane County Board of Commissioners has approved a $7.2 million plan to help fight the opioid crisis. Most of the money will go to expanding the current Spokane Regional Crisis Stabilization Center to provide more crisis care, withdrawal and detox care, and other services. A little more than $1 million will go toward direct treatment services to improve access to behavioral health services, care, and other treatments. The money to pay for these services is coming from a settlement against pharmaceutical companies for the part they played in this crisis.
Spokane's construction season is now in full swing, and one of the latest projects is happening on Cheney Spokane Road. Spokane City crews are working to improve water transmission capacity. Once it's finished, the Latah Valley area will have more capacity for its water and sewer mains. With more growth anticipated in the area, this project will give it better wildfire protection. Nearby businesses ask for patience during what's expected to be one of the biggest projects this construction season.
Not fun, but it's just part of what needs to happen for the city to do their best to supply the water lines up to that whole new growing area.
Construction is expected to wrap up sometime in October or November. The state of Washington will spend $21 million to expand broadband internet coverage in rural areas.
That includes 3 towns in South Spokane County. Spangle, Waverly, and Fairfield will get $2 million worth of work. The Spokane Regional Broadband Development Authority will construct about 21 miles of fiber to 500 underserved homes, businesses, and farms. Our time is now 6 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Let's check back in with Mark Peterson here as we kick off this week of warmth here. I guess we're a couple days in, but
yeah, a couple days in, but the end of the week's going to be great. This morning, we don't have the wind, cool temperatures, but not cold. And we're going to have temperatures in the low 40s as the kids head off to school. Make sure they've got some light layers. And of course, remind them to bring them home. We're going to have temperatures in the mid 60s. Your full forecast coming up.
This morning, I have an update regarding Spokane Public School District's failed bond. I'm sharing what comes next, coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
We just came off of an April that was a little warmer than average. The same can be said about the whole world, and that is a problem. We'll explain coming up.
And hundreds of new trees will take root in Spokane. Why volunteers are on a mission and how you can help them by getting a free tree to plant for yourself. When Good Morning Northwest continues right after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's more than a necklace. Celebrate the moment. Tracy Jewelers.
We are Spokane Wellness Group. We are a provider of semaglutide, which is a medication that has been helping people lose weight and achieve their goals of being healthy. I wanted to know, what can this drug do for me if I don't change anything? So I've lost 65 pounds. We're trying to make it so everyday people can buy it and reap the benefits from that, because there are a lot of benefits from this medication, especially for people who are overweight. We'll be here for you. We want to help people.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
BECU would like to celebrate your mom this Mother's Day. Share a picture of your mom and tell us the impact she's made on your life. She'll be entered for a chance to win a $75 gift card, courtesy of BECU. Enter at kxly.com/momsday.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening.
Right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
It's more than a necklace. Celebrate the moment. Tracy Jewelers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
Good morning and welcome back. It's 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Boeing's new Starliner spacecraft will not attempt to launch again for at least a few more days.
The United Launch Alliance posted an update on social media saying Tuesday's launch attempt was scrubbed, quote, out of abundance of caution for the safety of the flight and the pad crew, and that the issue was not with the actual spacecraft. Now, Monday night's launch was also postponed because of a technical problem. The next launch attempt will be on Friday at the earliest. The Starliner capsule is expected to compete with SpaceX and carry 2 astronauts on a week-long test flight that will dock at the International Space Station.
The U.S. has paused a shipment of bombs to Israel amid concerns over their potential use in the southern Gaza city of Rafah, where more than 1 million civilians are sheltering. Since Monday, Israeli airstrikes in Rafah have killed at least 27 people, including 9 children. Israeli leaders have warned that military operations in the southern city will continue until Hamas is eliminated from the entire Gaza Strip or until the first hostage returns.
The IRS says the deadline to claim the more than $1 billion in tax refunds from 2020 is about to expire. May 17th is the deadline for people who failed to file their 2020 tax return to become eligible for a refund. Traditionally, the filing deadline to claim those old refunds is around April 15th. But in 2020, the filing deadline was extended to May 17th due to COVID-19.
April was the world's hottest month on record to date, according to the European Union's Climate Monitoring Service. New data shows 11 consecutive months of unprecedented heat. Scientists warn there is a strong chance this year could end up the warmest year on record for the 2nd year in a row. Meanwhile, April's global ocean heat also broke records for the 13th consecutive month.
We're going to get a little bit of warmth in our 10-second takeaway. Calmer. It's a cool start, granted, but light layers needed. Then it's going to get warmer. Temperatures are finally going to reach average with a high today of 65 degrees.
A couple people at a time, probably then we can take break.
Well, volunteers spent yesterday in West Central Spokane planting some trees. It's all part of the Spokanopy Expo forestry planting. They will plant 500 trees in the next week. The Lands Council says urban trees do so much more than we realize, like keeping the air clean and filtering storm water.
We're doing this to make sure that all neighborhoods across the city of Spokane have equal access to green space, and they can receive the benefits of urban trees, which are keeping our homes cooler and our roads cooler, providing beautiful green spaces that we can feel calm in and at peace in, and creating happiness.
Well, the goal is to help the city of Spokane reach 30% average urban canopy cover by the year 2030. Now, you can request a free tree you can use at your house by finding this story on KXLY.com. Free tree, pretty good deal, but 500 in the next week?
Fabulous.
Awesome.
A lot of work.
Good Morning Northwest time is 6:13.
Your tax dollars are a topic of debate at tonight's Spokane Public Schools meeting. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez is live at the district office explaining what's on the agenda and how you can take part. We'll see you right back here on the other side of this break.
A combination of fun and performance is why Kylie and I are excited to show you the Subaru Crosstrek.
The all-wheel drive Crosstrek offers an available 2.5-liter Subaru Boxer engine, giving you extra performance and power unlike anything on or off the road.
There's no shortage of space for passengers and a surprising amount of cargo room for your gear.
The Crosstrek now offers an 11.6-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto integration.
Check out the Subaru Crosstrek and receive no-problem customer attention at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Wow. Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these kind of...
Let's just settle this whole ordeal right now.
We get you compensated fairly
and only get paid after you win.
With Craig Swap and Associates, it's always one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Considering a new air conditioner? Before you commit, call Bill's Heating and AC. We're elevating efficiency and savings by matching heat pump prices to any local air conditioner quotes and setting a new standard for comfort. Why heat pumps? Similar to ACs, they offer high efficiencies to heat and cool your home for a lower cost. And with the purchase of qualifying equipment, you may be eligible to receive a 25C tax credit of up to $3,200. Don't miss out. Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote now.
I was 34. I was a business owner. I was a single mom with a 4-year-old, and I felt a lump in the shower. I have cancer. It doesn't have me. I'm gonna get rid of it, and then I'm gonna go on with my life. I was gonna do anything that it took. I did, and here I am, almost 10 years later. I had a little boy. He needs his mom.
Join Women Helping Women Fund for Give Like a Woman on May 22nd to raise funds for programs supporting women and children. This year's event features Sean Astin, actor, author, and son of legendary actress Patty Duke. Join us May 22nd at the Spokane Convention Center. 4 News Now and STCU are teaming up for a one-day Coats for Kids closet cleanout. Gather up your gently used winter jackets and donate them to us all day, Thursday, May 16th. Find a list of locations on KXLY.com.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ritter's Garden and Gift.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It is now 6:16. Spokane Public Schools is deciding when to put a bond and a levy back on the ballot. You probably remember the failed bond from the February special election.
The measure needed 60% approval to pass, but according to the Spokane County Elections Office, it only received 56%. Our Allison Martinez is live at the SPS office this morning to share an update from the district. Allison.
Good morning. Later today, the school board will meet inside of this building to decide whether a bond and a levy will reappear this year or later down the line. The school district has also been discussing what those measures will look like once they're back on the ballot. Superintendent Adam Swinyard says the bond was first recommended to be $400 million. This was the estimated amount needed to cover updates for older SPS buildings. Then, to be more affordable for families, the district settled on $200 million. SPS was hoping to completely rebuild schools like Adams and Madison Elementary, which were built in the early 1900s. Now, after feedback from hundreds of Spokane residents, the school board is considering an even lesser amount.
And those are hard decisions to make because those needs exist as we stand here today. Those kids and staff are working through the challenges of having outdated facilities, and so I know that weighs heavy on the school board's mind.
The options being discussed as far as the timeline goes are August and November of this year or sometime between 2025 and 2027. The special meeting is happening today at 4:30 p.m. right inside of this building on Bernard Street. The meeting will be open to the public and you can also attend on Zoom. Coming up in 30 minutes, I'll share other topics the district is discussing, like some new sports from middle schoolers. Reporting live in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thank you very much. Here is your live look this morning. We've got some cloud cover out there, but it is not as cold as it has been the last, well, all week.
Yeah, which is noticeable for us when we're up in those very cold hours.
That is true.
We can really see it in Allison because she's had gloves on for the last week and a half, and today not so much.
Yeah.
Average, not horrible, right?
Not horrible.
Not horrible. All right, so average date of the first 80-degree or warmer day is May 12th. Well, we're going to see it come in on May 11th, so right there. Warmest so far has been 77. That happened on April 14th. And, of course, the last 80-degree day we saw was last October 8th. So we've had cool weather, but below average for the last week. It's going to get to average today and then above average after that. 41 at Spokane International. That's our official temperature, but we're into the mid-30s throughout Deer Park, Cheney, Spangle. We've got temperatures in the low to mid-40s as we head over into Coeur d'Alene. 65 will be our high today. That is that 30-year average we talk about, so we're right where we need to be. Less wind today than we had yesterday, so that's also probably the best news. 41 for tonight. Windows open, allowing, again, some of that cool weather to come in. Around the Pacific Northwest, we've got a lot of energy that is moved out of our area and through Canada and down into Montana, working its way into Wyoming and southern Idaho. As it exits, it will leave us behind and high pressure will build in. That's going to bring in more sunshine, fewer clouds. But today, we still have that system kicking out towards us as it moves south, southeast because of that counterclockwise rotation. So it spins it around and over the top of us. Then it gets pushed out of the way. Now we've got that high pressure coming in. Now we've got the sunshine, fewer clouds, mild by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Should be relatively clear. Into the Palouse tomorrow, a few clouds coming in from that exiting system, and then it's sunshine for all, and that's going to continue. 65 our high today, 72 into Moses Lake, Wenatchee you're at 74. Cooler into Idaho with 62 into Coeur d'Alene, 61 St. Mary's. You're going to have shower activity in around the region today, but by tonight things look pretty good. Mid-70s for Thursday, upper 70s for Friday. The weekend, Mother's Day, it's going to be 82 degrees both days, and then cooler and breezy, but still above average next week. So we're looking at a really nice run of beautiful weather.
Yeah, the timing on this is great, too.
Oh,
so excited.
Be better.
Thanks, Mark.
Awesome. It is now 6:21.
With the NFL draft now behind us, the Seattle Seahawks can now start looking forward to the future, starting, of course, with this season. So what are the experts saying about their chances of making a playoff appearance? We'll find out after the break. It's coming up next in Morning Sports.
Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Wednesday. Back after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
During Mississauga Casino Hotel's 30th anniversary, you get to choose your grand prize. Maybe you pick a new Chevy Blazer, or will you choose $30,000 cash? North of Spokane on Highway 395.
I'm Chad Young from the Easy Home Buyer, and I pay cash for houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast for cash, call us today for your no-obligation as-is cash offer. We buy houses in any condition, and there are no fees, no commissions, and no repairs. We buy houses with tenants, fixer-uppers, bare land, even haunted houses. Woo! Call us today or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Spring is in full bloom at Ritter's with acres of trees, shrubs, and perennials. Greenhouses bursting with flowers for containers and bedding. Exquisite fountains, benches, and sculptures. Experienced experts to help you choose what to grow at your home. And all 3-gallon and larger rhododendrons and azaleas are 25% off. So come up to Ritter's. Ritter's Garden and Gift on North Division.
Country Homes Power, Spokane's Husqvarna Superstore, is the #1 source for the best deals on professional-grade power equipment. Mowers and zero-turn mowers, all backed by factory-trained staff. Country Homes Power, the best choice for Husqvarna since 1947.
If you'd like to improve your sleep on a new Serta or Beauty Rest mattress, then you're going to love the Sit, Sleep, and Relax sale at Walker's Furniture, where the Memorial Day savings are starting early with big discounts on Beauty Rest, Serta, and over 40 more styles of the best best name brand mattresses. Plus, special 5 years financing is available with no money down, so you can improve your sleep today and pay over time. Plus, get up to $300 of additional free furniture with select sets sold this week at Walker's.
Mysticquoi Casino Hotel has been treating you right for 30 years. Thank you for 30 years of jackpots, food, and fun at Mysticquoi Casino Hotel, located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minenso. The Seattle Seahawks might have an easier path to the playoffs. Seattle has the 24th toughest schedule in the NFL next season. Outside of the NFC West, some of the notable home matchups include the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins. Seattle also has road games against the Detroit Lions and New England Patriots. Now, they have some tough games and longer travel days, but it's a pretty favorable schedule. Strength of schedule is based on how these teams did last season. Here are Seattle's opponents, and they had a combined losing record last year. However, the Seahawks will play 6 teams that made the playoffs, including the San Francisco 49ers and LA Rams twice. The Seattle Mariners defeated the Minnesota Twins 10-6 on Tuesday. It's tied for the most runs Seattle has scored in a game this season. The Mariners are just half a game behind the Texas Rangers for the top spot in the AL West. WSU baseball dropped one to Portland at home 5-3. The Cougs have lost 4 of their last 5, and they'll look to bounce back with a 3-game series against USC this weekend. And WSU basketball landed Quinnipiac transfer Rehards Vavers. The 6'7" Vavers averaged nearly 8 points and 3 rebounds as a freshman last season. Vavers is the 4th player to transfer to Washington State since David Riley took over as head coach. And that will wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Your time is 6:25.
Another day of severe weather swept through parts of the Midwest, leaving behind a path of destruction. A look at the damage, and after the break, where the next system is taking shape.
Plus, the pool of candidates to toss their hat in the ring for Washington's governor continues to grow. The latest person to say they're right for the job next. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an exclusive look at a potentially groundbreaking new alternative to weight loss medication.
For patients who might be afraid of surgery, this may be more acceptable.
It's called endoscopic ablation. Dr. McGowan says in a limited study of 10 patients that it has resulted in decreased appetite and weight loss. Brooke Nelson is one of the first to have undergone this trial. She says the results have been nothing short of remarkable.
I want to eat more nutrient-dense foods, and I feel like it definitely jump-started with the procedure.
Nelson losing 26 pounds over 6 months. Dr. McGowan says the results of the study indicate, on average, patients reduce their overall weight by 7%. And we'll have much more on this potential weight loss game changer coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm not only losing my sight, but my time to enjoy it. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, so I can do more of what I love. Vabysmo works differently. It's the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause an eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. Severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye can occur. Most common eye side effects were cataract and broken blood vessels.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
My name is Stevie, and I work for my dad, Steve Stikowski, at SGX Jet Boats here in Orfino, Idaho, where we specialize in a shallow water aluminum jet boat. For us, it's more than just business, it's a legacy. You realize that it's all worth it. because you're starting to see everything come to fruition. All of the hard work has paid off, and P1FCU is able to provide us with that security in knowing that our legacy is safe with them.
We are the Whitakers.
And today is Wishing Star Wednesday.
Jordan is 17 years old. She has a genetic condition called SMC1A.
Macy has something called DeGeorge syndrome. We had actually planned a trip to Disney prior to COVID and had to cancel it. And next thing you know, we were nominated for a wish through Wishing Star, and we were able to go.
Because she loves Disney so much, and because we just love going on vacation as a family, we decided we'd love to go to Disney World.
While we were actually on our way down to Florida, Avery told us that another family from Spokane was going to be there at the same time. So it was fun because Tiffany and I started messaging back and forth and sharing tips and tricks, ideas while we were there. And we were actually able to meet up and get our girls together at the carousel one day at the Village.
We've been very lucky to be able to be part of this community, be a part of Wishing Star.
Let's come together to make our community a better place.
From the Whitaker family to yours, we are proud to be supporting the Wishing Star Foundation.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now is kicking off this half hour with the story tracker and the popular stories on KXLY.com this morning. 2 Ukrainian security officials have been arrested for allegedly plotting to assassinate President Volodymyr Zelensky. According to the Prosecutor General's office, the 2 colonels in Ukraine's government protection unit received drones and ammunition from Russia and planned to carry out a deadly explosion, quote, for financial compensation. Spokane police will ramp up enforcement of city parks rules. Police say crimes like trespassing and vandalism is up in city parks. Now, last summer, the city council passed an ordinance making it a misdemeanor for people to be in a city park overnight. That law also applies to parking lots, green spaces, rivers, and trails. You can review a complete list of park rules by visiting the city's website. We also have a link to that in this story on KXLY.com. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance. And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Wednesday, May 8th. Let's get right on over to Mark Peterson for a look at our forecast here as we kick off the today.
Yeah, we start with the 4 things you need to know as we get going on a, well, Wednesday morning. It's beautiful. Clouds and mild today. We're still going to see the showers into North Idaho for today. Then we're all going to warm up quickly, and we're going to have low 80s by the weekend. It's going to be great. Right now, we do have, again, sun and clouds, 41 degrees, but light winds less than 10 miles an hour. That's the big change this morning. So we look into the Central Basin, Seattle, everything looking pretty high and dry, really. We still have snow into the mountains, the higher elevations, lower elevations into the areas of central Montana, and this rain is going to continue to push into Idaho through today and then leaving by tonight. Waking up 36 into Deer Park. It's cool. 42 into the valley, 44 into Coeur d'Alene. Spirit Lake, you're at 42 degrees. Again, everyone's got cloud cover, but dry right now. We're going to see clouds moving in and out of the area, mostly cloudy at times this afternoon, and our high will be 65 degrees.
And at the Breaking Now desk, we're tracking dangerous weather sweeping across much of the U.S. today. A powerful storm system is moving east, and it's been spawning tornadoes along the way. Dozens of injuries were reported after at least a dozen tornadoes touched down from Michigan to Ohio. This morning, we're seeing the significant damage left across southwest Michigan. Multiple tornadoes touching down, ripping apart buildings, scattering debris, and leaving tens of thousands without power. Take a look at this new video. This FedEx facility in Michigan collapsing after a twister passed by, trapping about 50 workers. The tornado also damaging homes and a strip mall. Several residents took shelter in the local library.
Man in charge of the library let everybody come in that wanted to come in, you know, to the library for safety. So we came home, got here, and they were pulling somebody out of the rubble over there.
The same storm system already spawned at least 19 tornadoes across the plains, killing 1 person in Oklahoma. And today, more than 140 million people could see storms from Texas to Maine. The Southeast and Gulf Coast aren't off the hook either. They could see stormy weather tomorrow. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. Around the Northwest, In Puget Sound, 13 candidates have already registered to run for Washington's next governor, and more are expected to register by Friday. Ilona Kearney is one of those candidates. If elected, Kearney would become the state's first black governor. She says she was inspired to run after seeing issues like homelessness worsen over time. Kearney says she's experienced homelessness herself, so she understands many of the challenges that face Washington's working class. Now she is pounding the pavement looking to spread the word about her grassroots campaign.
I've been, pretty much out in these streets ever since May 2022, getting to know people, because all our politicians always come out election year to our communities like that's the only time we exist.
But running for governor is not cheap. Just filing to register for Washington's August primary costs nearly $2,000. Kearney says hurdles like that prevent lots of people from running for office. But she hopes her campaign will inspire others to get involved.
Well, the Idaho primary is coming up on May 21st, but voters don't have to wait until then to cast their ballot for U.S. representatives, sheriffs, commissioners, and more. Now, depending on which county you live in, you can either vote early or with an absentee ballot. You can find a link that breaks it all down inside this story on our website, kxly.com/forthepeople.
TikTok is suing the United States for a law passed last month that would ban the platform from the country unless it is sold to a non-Chinese company by next year. The Chinese parent company, ByteDance, filed a petition saying the law is unconstitutional, blocking free speech and preventing users from accessing lawful information. President Biden signed the legislation last month. Since then, TikTok CEO said the company would not sell and will fight in court to stay online in the U.S.
The Boy Scouts of America is changing its name to Scouting America to make everyone feel welcome into the youth organization. It first allowed girls into Cub Scouts in 2018 and then into the full program the next year. Now, more than 176,000 girls and young women are currently enrolled in Boy Scout programs. The change will take place next February. The Scouts' mission remains the same, teaching young people to be prepared for life.
People gathered near the Spokane County Courthouse to honor law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty in Washington. Organizers of the event say 2023 was one of the few years where no officers were killed while protecting their communities.
Each day, we continue to have members of our law enforcement community escape death from the perils of the profession through skill, luck, and at times a combination of both.
Since the Memorial Project began in 1987, 360 officers and 27 canine officers have died in the line of duty. The ceremony featured a flyover by the Spokane Regional Air Support Unit and the presentation of colors by the Honor Guards of Spokane Police and the Spokane County Sheriff's Office.
Well, get ready to ride the route of the Hiawatha. The breathtaking 15-mile downhill bike path opens May 24th. With 9 tunnels and 7 sky-high trestles, the scenic route is considered the crown jewel of rail-to-trail adventures. You can save some money by reserving your bike pass and shuttle ride now. Just find the link inside this story on KXLY.com, and it looks absolutely gorgeous.
If you haven't done it yet, you have to get this on your list of things to do this summer.
Yes, added to mine for sure.
Summer.
Now, you said downhill. Well,
it is downhill.
Sounds
not
nice.
all downhill. There's still pedaling involved.
Very little. Very little pedaling. It's quite easy.
All right, back in the 80s, this was high tech, man. This was computers at their best. Well, we have AI now, but we also have the 80s forecasted. That's going to be our weekend. We're going to talk more about this warm-up coming up.
40% of U.S. renters don't think they'll be able to afford a home. What they say is holding them back from home ownership.
Plus, after a slew of controversy, Panera is ditching a menu item. Why its caffeinated lemonades have turned dangerous. That's next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
At Ironstone Furniture and Fire, quality and comfort are the most important component to every piece of furniture. Visit the showroom for a great selection of sofas, chairs, and tables. On sale now. Create comfort and find the latest trends, styles, and deals at Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
For over 30 years, we've been keeping you warm.
Or cool, but now we are taking you to the next level of innovation.
Fireplaces, sleek modern design, or traditional electric, efficient and trendy.
Lighting, permanent, decorative, year-long lighting, providing security as well as beauty.
These are just some of the ideas we are bringing to you for the next level at Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric. We call it Holiday Innovation. Call us today.
A lot of injury attorneys you see on TV aren't even based around here. They could be in Texas, California,
or even worse, Florida.
You never know where they are when you call.
Unless, of course, you call us, the advocates.
After a car crash, local representation matters.
Yeah, good luck trying to get personal attention from 1,000 miles away.
And luck just doesn't cut it when you're dealing with big insurance companies. Call the advocates.
We're here for you, not way over there for you.
Injured? You deserve an advocate.
I think I'm gonna go with a 9-iron.
I'd suggest a 7.
No.
Oh. Did you know that if a bird picks up your ball, you gotta follow it? Oh, there it is. I think it's to the right.
Nah.
Is this it?
Nope, not it.
More! Can I be frank? At STCU, we're always here to advise and consult, even if you want to go at it your own way.
Let's see what you've got, Frank. I think we should talk.
STCU Business. Partner up.
The new spring inventory is rolling in this week at Findlay Downtown Toyota. And that means it's a great time to spend your summer in a new Toyota. Whether you're pulling the boat with the new truck or taking a road trip in a cool 4Runner, Findlay has the perfect Toyota for you. It's simple. If you're looking for bigger savings, a better selection to choose from, and the best financing available now, you can find it all this week at Findlay.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:40. Only 40% of renters in the U.S. think they'll be able to buy a home.
That is the lowest number since the Federal Reserve Bank of New York started its survey 10 years ago. Sky-high real estate prices coupled with high mortgage rates are putting home ownership out of reach for many. The most pessimism is in the Northeast, where only 26% of renters think they can buy a home. That's down from 51% in just a year.
Well, Panera is taking its Charged Lemonade off the menu. The caffeinated beverage has been the subject of several lawsuits and caused a public relations nightmare for the company. The high levels of caffeine in the product are claimed to have led to the deaths of 2 customers and irreversible health complications in another. Bloomberg says the Charged Lemonades will come off the menu in the next 2 weeks.
Wednesday morning, your 10-second takeaway. Calmer, cool start, really going to be quite nice. Light layers as you head out, but it's going to get warmer today. In fact, temperatures are going to be about average, 65 degrees for our high today.
Well, 4 News Now and BECU are teaming up to highlight all the loving and hardworking moms this year. Submit a photo with your mom for Mother's Day and tell us why she deserves that recognition.
This is Darlene, and the message says, my mother has been the rock of our household. She took care of her father and then our father without fail. She's truly a blessing and is the most selfless person I know.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well, 5 lucky moms will win a gift card to the Kitchen Engine, and we'll highlight, of course, more of your photos with the rest of the week right here on Good Morning Northwest. All you have to do, go to KXLY.com to enter.
Artificial intelligence pulls a fast one on Katy Perry's mom. The singer-performer appeared to be in some of the pictures taken at the Met Gala, even though she didn't go. Turns out, these photos, right there, featured AI-generated images of Katy Perry in an outfit that suited the gala's garden theme. It was enough to fool her own mom, who complimented her daughter on the dress, saying, "Didn't know you went to the Met." Perry says she found the whole thing amusing, sharing the fake pictures on her own Instagram. But wow, that dress.
It's amazing.
That
and I totally fell for it because I think I was so blindsided by how gorgeous that dress was.
Yeah.
Bummer, it's not real.
It's not even,
Maybe next year. Your Good Morning Northwest time is 6:42.
Could a new Spokane schools bond and levy appear on the November ballot? Allison Martinez is live ahead of today's school board meeting.
That meeting is happening tonight, and you can get your voice heard. I'm sharing all the details you need to know coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How may I help you today?
I'm having some problem with my air conditioner.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What sort of problem?
Well, it's making a clangety, clangety, clunk sound.
Oh, no worries. We can certainly take care of that for you. Here at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, we speak your language.
It's been 20 years since Toyota launched the world's first mass-produced hybrid vehicle, the Toyota Prius.
And today, Parker Toyota's inventory is filled with hybrids like the RAV4, Highlander, and Tundra, plus the all-new Grand Highlander and Tacoma.
Whether you're heading up the mountain or hauling kids around town, Parker Toyota's selection of hybrids are designed to move you quicker and travel further with fewer trips to the pump.
See our huge selection of hybrids built for the everyday driver at Parker Toyota in Coeur d'Alene or visit parkertoyota.com.
Man, I can take real good care of you. See? Works perfectly for you, right?
At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
I have a love for design, and here at Wallflowers, I am the window treatment specialist. If you have needs for window shades or drapery or anything that can help enhance your home, please come in and visit us. I came to Wallflowers for the opportunity to help customers find ways to renovate and update their home and love the space that they live in. We offer multiple discounts year-round. It's gratifying to have customers come in and tell us about the new products that they have and their enthusiasm for the new look and the new update.
BECU would like to celebrate your mom this Mother's Day. Share a picture of your mom and tell us the impact she's made on your life. She'll be entered for a chance to win a $75 gift card, courtesy of BECU. Enter at kxly.com/momsday.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
Coats for Kids Closet Cleanout is brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Welcome back. It's now 6:45. Today, the Spokane Public School Board will discuss a new bond and levy and if it'll appear on election ballots.
And the board is also discussing topics like how to keep kids engaged with their school community, technology, policies, and more. 4 News Now's Allison Martinez is live at the district office, filling us in on all of it.
Good morning to you both. Later today, the school board will meet inside of the building you see here behind me to discuss whether a bond and a levy should appear on the ballot this year or a little bit later down the line. In last week's school board meeting, the board discussed how much this new bond would cost. After the district put out a survey, they found that the biggest critique for the former $200 million bond was the price tag. The school board is discussing how to lessen this number for the next election. In an interview with Superintendent Adam Swinyard, he also addressed other focuses for the school board, like making after-school activities a priority. This is in response to seeing more kids than ever disengaged from their school community and focused on their phone instead.
And one of the things that we really want to encourage is every kid, every day, do something in real life. Out of your house, with your peers. That could be a club, could be an activity, could be a sport. And in order for every kid every day to have something to do, we really need a community initiative to provide lots of different programming.
Programs like high school girls bowling and middle school tackle football are currently in the works. Today's special meeting is happening inside of this building on Bernard Street at 4:30 p.m. The meeting is open to the public and you can also attend on Zoom. For more information on that, you can head over to our website, kxly.com. Reporting live in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Allison, thanks so much. Here's a live look over our city this morning of the pavilion there. It's going to be a busy place this weekend, I would imagine.
The whole downtown, everybody's going to be out. It's going to be great. The Junior Lilac Parade is this weekend.
Junior Lilac Parade is Saturday morning, 10:30, and all the middle schoolers there marching. They're very excited about it.
Yes, they
so
are.
if you'd like to go help them out, you can. Temperatures are going to be perfect for that parade. Now, we look at 80-degree days. I know it's a bit of a topic, seeing how it's coming in this weekend. But last year, you remember it came in early, April. 19, 20, and 21, running a little behind schedule. 2022, it didn't warm up until, you know, into the third week of June. But then it got torch hot. So we're going to be about average for when that starts on Saturday, about a day early. Right now, we're having temperatures that are average for this time of day. Temperatures in the mid-40s for the most part. Cool, Deer Park, Cheney. Make sure you've got a lot layer on. Now, today, 65, perfectly normal. It's going to be a great day. Winds are going to be light. We're going to have the cloud cover. There's no doubt about that. Tonight, temperatures down to 41, windows open, a little cool air coming in. Great. Now, into the central part of the state. Not much going on, not a lot of cloud cover, going to be sunny and mild. We are going to see clouds that are going to be on the move from Ritzville all the way into parts of North Idaho, and a continuation of these showers that are going to be with us throughout much of the day. They're going to move out, and then we're going to see things really improve. So by tonight, that low continues to exit. We have rain and snow into Montana, Wyoming. Then that low drops out, and things look really warm as we get into Thursday, Friday, as that warm air mass comes off the Pacific, rolls over the top of us, and brings smiles to everybody. That's going to be a nice weekend. Get that back porch ready. Bring out the umbrella. The winds are down. The temperatures are up. 65. Again, our high today, 62 into Coeur d'Alene. But then it's going to be sunny and 75 for Thursday. Friday's going to be 79. And then, well, Mother's Day weekend. May I just hold the 80s. 82 degrees both days. Breezy and a little cooler Monday, Tuesday, but still about 10 degrees above average even then. So, yeah, we can get, you know, the cushions and those stupid pillows. Bring those out on the back porch as well.
Pillow hater, Mark Peterson.
Oh my gosh, it's now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up.
Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Good Morning Northwest to kick off your Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mysticwa Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
We want your furniture. During our spring cleaning sale, bring in or send us photos of furniture you no longer want. And if it's in good condition, we'll consign it for you. Plus, give you an additional 20% off your next purchase.
Consign furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
GMC of Riverfront Park is your go-to dealership for the best prices on new and used. All vehicles are discounted, and we will beat any price from any dealer anywhere. Savings up to $13,500 on a 2024 Sierra Crew Cab. Up to $15,000 off on a 2023 Sierra Crew Cab Denali. Just $37,988 for a 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Pro 4x4. Change your mind? We have a generous 3-day 300-mile return and 7-day 700-mile exchange policy on new and used. GMC of Riverfront Park is family-owned and operated and home of Warranty Forever.
Watch KXLY Plus over the air on KXLY ABC4. Live updates, breaking news, weather every 10 minutes from the 4 News Now team. Get up to date on the information you need in just an hour. Weekdays at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. over the air on KXLY ABC4.
Get ready for her life, her music, her legend. Live on stage, The Cher Show.
May 18th and 19th only. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. Hi. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight. Gotcha.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
We want your furniture. During our spring cleaning sale, bring in or send us photos of furniture you no longer want. And if it's in good condition, we'll consign it for you. Plus, give you an additional 20% off your next purchase.
Consign furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning spread is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
Spokane Public Schools will discuss when a new bond and levy will appear on ballots. Allison Martinez live ahead of tonight's big school board meeting.
Sydney Charles is breaking down the latest testimony in Donald Trump's hush money trial.
But first, temps in the 80s on the horizon. Let's get right to Mark tracking a warming trend in the forecast.
Drying trend as well. So we take a look at the forecast, and really it's North Idaho getting some scattered showers yet today. Moving out tonight, everybody dries out for tomorrow. The sun's out. It's going to be gorgeous. Bear in mind the temperatures right now are cool, but not cold. We're into the low to mid 40s throughout much of the area. Our high today is going to be 65 degrees with sun and maybe a little additional cloud cover.
We have seen devastation in our own communities caused by power lines sparking wildfires. That's why Vista is taking preventative measures now to reduce the risk of another destructive wildfire happening in our community. The Gray Fire in Medical Lake sparked from an arcing wire on an inland power light, and the 2020 Babb Road fire in Malden ignited when a diseased tree fell onto a Avista power line. To reduce the risk of wildfire, Avista will implement public safety power shutoffs. Avista says it will communicate with customers before, during, and after any power safety shutoff.
The Spokane County Board of Commissioners has approved a $7.2 million plan to help fight the opioid crisis. Now, most of that money will go towards expanding the current Spokane Regional Crisis Stabilization Center to provide more crisis care, withdrawal and detox care, and other services. A little more than $1 million will go towards direct treatment services to improve access to behavioral health services, care, and other treatments. The money to pay for these services is coming from a settlement against pharmaceutical companies for the part they've played in the crisis.
The Spokane Police will ramp up enforcement of city parks rules. Police say crimes like trespassing and vandalism is up in city parks. Last summer, City Council passed an ordinance making it a misdemeanor for people to be in a city park overnight. That law also applies to parking lots, green spaces, rivers, and trails. We have a link to a complete list of park rules in this story on KXLY.com.
Later today, the Spokane Public School Board will meet inside of this building here to decide whether a bond and a levy should reappear on ballots this year or a little bit later down the line. They'll also discuss what these measures will look like on the ballots. This special meeting is scheduled for today at 4:30 p.m. and it's open to the public. For more, you can go to KXLY.com.
Details in former President Donald Trump's hush money trial. Adult film star Stormy Daniels coming face-to-face with the former president for the first time since their alleged encounter more than a decade ago. Yesterday, Daniels testified that they met at a celebrity golf outing in California back in 2006 when she was 27 and Trump was 60. She shared he invited her to dinner and to his hotel suite, and despite being interrupted by Trump's lawyer multiple times, Daniels later testified in graphic detail about having sex with Trump. Trump's lawyer calling for a mistrial, but the judge denied that request. Daniels' testimony continues tomorrow.
Former President Donald Trump has one less legal concern to deal with. The classified documents trial in Florida is postponed indefinitely. The judge says there are significant issues linked to classified evidence that need to be cleared up before the federal criminal case can be presented to a jury.
The Idaho primary is May 21st, but voters don't have to wait until then to cast their ballots for U.S. representatives, sheriffs, commissioners, and more. Depending on which county you live in, you can either vote early or with an absentee ballot. You can find a link that breaks it all down inside this story on KXLY.com/forthepeople.
Spokane's construction season is now in full swing, and one of the latest projects is happening on Cheney-Spokane Road. Spokane City crews are working to improve water transmission capacity. Once it's finished, the Latah Valley area will have more capacity for its water and sewer mains. With more growth anticipated in the area, this project will give it better wildfire protection. Construction is expected to wrap up sometime in October or November.
The state of Washington will spend $21 million to expand broadband internet coverage in rural areas. That includes 3 towns in South Spokane County: Spangle, Waverly and Fairfield will get $2 million worth of work. The Spokane Regional Broadband Development Authority will construct around 21 miles of fiber to 500 underserved homes, businesses, and farms.
Well, coming up next on Good Morning America, the damage left in Oklahoma and the tornadoes that wrecked a FedEx building in Michigan. Ginger Z is tracking where the system is taking shape next. Mark will have a look at our forecast after this.
Every year across the inland Northwest, hundreds of teens age out of foster care but still need support. That's where Safety Net steps in. We started Safety Net to help former foster youth take flight so they won't fall through the cracks.
May 24th to 31st is Sip and Shop for Safety Net. Support North Idaho by purchasing a drink or item at specific Coeur d'Alene local eateries and shops.
For every purchase at participating businesses, Numerica will donate $1 up to $3,500. This is how Numerica cares for kids.
For over 30 years, we've been keeping you warm.
Or cool, but now we are taking you to the next level of innovation.
Fireplaces, sleek modern design, or traditional electric, efficient and trendy.
Lighting, permanent, decorative, year-long lighting, providing security as well as beauty.
These are just some of the ideas we are bringing to you for the next level at Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric. We call it Holiday Innovation. Call us today.
Beneful knows a full life doesn't just happen. It's a choice. To take a swing, to taste all life has to offer. Choose joy. Choose Beneful. And try Incredibites, just for small dogs.
A lot of people in a pretty good mood today. It's going to be, again, warm. It's going to be some clouds. Taking a look at the forecast right now, you got a mild start. We don't have the wind that we had yesterday. Temperatures are going to be hovering around 60 by noon. We're going to have 65 for the high today, but even at 6 o'clock, about 63 degrees. Oh, going to be great. Tomorrow, warmer, 75, sunny. Friday, warmer, sunny, 79. And over the weekend, we're going to have temperatures in the low 80s with mostly or sunny skies. It's going to be a great weekend for Mother's Day, so maybe a picnic for Mom.
Sounds pretty nice. Well, thanks for starting your day with us right here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we sure appreciate it. We'll see you throughout Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts now.